What's going on, dudes? Nick here, and welcome back to a very simple video. Today's video, as you can see, is going to be done in creative on a super flat world, but you can pretty much do this anywhere. And there's been a lot of people that have asked, like, how do you build a house in Minecraft? And it's really simple, so I'm going to show you how. Basically, all you really need is wood. I mean, really, you could use any block that you want, but I think wood usually looks the nicest for homes. People can make them out of dirt or whatever material they want, but I think wood adds a nice touch to it. So we're just going to build this home with some wood, and what you're going to need is you're going to need some wood and possibly some slabs and stairs and glass if you want windows, and you're definitely going to need torches because you really don't want it dark in there. But usually what I'll do is I'll take different types of wood and kind of use them to contrast each other in the house. So what I start off with is normally the floor area. I'll dig out the dirt around the area that I want to make the house on, and I will place the ground, like the flooring, so I can kind of get an idea of how big this thing's going to be. So I think this is going to turn out pretty cool. Let me know below. If you guys like tutorials like this, leave a comment saying Minecraft tutorials or something like that, because I love giving tutorials, and I know you guys like them as well. So if you do like that, just put that in the comments below. Just put like Minecraft tutorials or something like that, and then we should be able to, or I should be able to get some more for you. And so what I'll do is I'll make this square, or whatever shape you really want, and I'll put two extra ones up front, and I'll show you why here in a second. But what I'll do then is I will go around and place the perimeter of the home. So this actually is how I start pretty much every home I make. I start with the ground, and then I put the frame down, and what I will do is I will start building up. So I'll kind of skip a block here, put one here, build up to here, and then up to here, and it allows you to put your blocks down like this. And the reason I do this is because if you fall, which eventually you're going to fall, you can kind of climb back up to here and place everything. So you'll notice I'm using a different wood for the sides of the place than I am for the floor. And that's just, like I said, it's a personal thing. You could use the same wood for everything. It really doesn't matter much. It's just one of those things that for me, I think it kind of looks nicer when you have two different colors. And you can really go whatever colors you want. If you're really creative with stuff like that, then you might be able to really come up with some cool combinations. Me, I'm not as artistically inclined as some people, so my stuff usually looks pretty plain. But again, this is a simple video on how to create a house in Minecraft. And like I said, it can be any shape. You could do a square, you could try to do a circle, or anything really, and any combination of shapes as well. But this is how I usually get started. And what I'll do is I will leave, once I'm done with that, I'll still leave my little staircase for there, but then I will go over here and I will put my doors down here. So now we have our doors. And then to complete this part, we would just go across here. And then eventually we're going to fill this in, but I want the staircase there for now so we can do the roof. So this is basically how you do it in survival. I mean, obviously I'm creative, I could fly around, but I'm trying to do everything as survival-ish as I can. And so what I'll do after I get this done is I'll go figure out where I want windows. Now normally I'd like to have them kind of on each side, so I'll put two here, and then I'll put 1, 2 there. So that is where my windows will go here. Usually on the sides of the house, I kind of like really big windows. I don't know about you guys, but I like to have really big windows here. And then I try to match on each side so that it kind of looks symmetrical. You don't have to. I mean, you could change it as much as you want. But this is going to be more of a simple house. So we've got our big windows there. And if you wanted it to be multi-stories, then you could just come over here and let's say the back wall here will be our staircase going up, so you can build your stairs just like this. And then the floor for this level will start here. So we'll do a 2-story home here. It's a very simple 2-story home, and I'll show you how to do the roof here in a second. But like I said, I'm pretending like we're in survival just so you can see what it's like to build this. Because, I mean, building on creative is fun, but you have unlimited blocks and everything. So for me, I kind of like building on survival because you actually have to get the stuff yourself. I feel more achieved when I do it myself. And you'll notice now that I've dropped down below here. I'm actually on the level below because you can see it's a lot easier to place blocks from below than it is above. And I'll just kind of go either side to side like this, or just go around in a big circle. I mean, either way, and I always do this in survival, which kind of sucks because like I'll place blocks and it takes forever to break them. But we've got our main room here done. We can also throw a big window in the back here. Actually, I'm just gonna make it 4 here, and then I'm gonna put this one back. Okay, so we've got our main floor, and what we're gonna want to do for this is we're going to want to put some torches in here. So I usually put them over the door and then on each side of the window. And this should keep it bright enough in here for night so that no monsters ever spawn in here. And now that we've got our staircase going upstairs, we can go ahead and we can close this off here. And just like that, now our first floor is done. Beautiful. And if you want, you can get kind of creative back here. You can do stuff like this to make it look a little bit better. You can also change them out for stairs. So if you want something like that, the way it kind of looks a little bit cooler, then you can also put more of like a landing, whoops, down here. If I could do it right, here we go. Cool. So that's that. And then we can do the same thing up top. Now, you could go straight up, but I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put it in a little bit more. I kind of like this. It gives it a little bit of dimension to the house rather than just being like a cube going straight up. So I'm just going to put this side in, and I guess for the back here, we put our staircase close to the back. So we'll have to go here, which is fine. The back can be flush, but the other sides will not. And then just keep putting these here. I'm trying to think what else we could do while we're up here. And again, we're going to want to create our little staircase pattern on one of these edges here. And we'll probably just do it over here because we're going to have to get up here and put the roof on, which the roof will be pretty cool. So actually we'll do that. And then actually we could go here. There we go. So now we got our little staircase to get up. Again, you could do the same thing with the windows that you did downstairs. On the upstairs, I kind of like doing a little different style, so I'll just put a couple windows, maybe 3. 3 looks cool. 2 in the front, and then we'll do probably 2 in the back. There we go. So this is that. Our house is starting to come along pretty nicely now. We'll fill it in here in a second, but let's just go ahead and finish our roof. So for this, I'm just going to go with a very traditional roof. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the dark planks and I'm going to put them, whoops, I want it to get on the top here, so, or on the bottom, whoops, we'll just go here. Come on. There we go. And it'll give it a cool little effect, and you'll see this here in a second. And basically I'm just going to make it a tiered little shape here, and by leaving this little balcony here, it makes it easy for us to go back into the house. So we'll just do the same thing over here. Oops. Forgot a block here. Okay, so now we've got that started, and what I will do is I will come up here, and then I'll kind of just like tier them all the way up to the top, filling in the blocks as we go. So same thing over here, go like this. And then to get the next part started, what I'll do is I'll put a block here, and go ahead and put here. And what you do is you just look at the left corner of it there, and it's getting nighttime, so time set 1, just because I think you guys would rather be able to see what I'm doing here. And basically I just keep doing this all the way up. So I do that, and then like I said, there's going to be blocks that you're going to have to fill in below here. So we'll put that there, and technically you could just kind of tier them like this, and let me just fill all these in since I'm here. So that one's going to be 1 up, that's going to be 2 up, and then we can even just do like that, and you'll see it'll come to a nice point here in a second, because if we put the stairs on here, then we'll go there, and then we can come over on this side and look at it, and basically, oops, you'll see that it's going to have like a nice little peak to it once it's all the way done, which makes it really cool. So I'll go ahead and fill this in here, because we're going to have to do the same thing to the front, because you can see how we kind of filled all those blocks in there. And then to here, and you just basically kind of tier everything up a little bit until you get to your top, and then it's basically just filling in the rest of these. So we'll go over here, do the same thing, and then now all we have to do is connect each of the sides, each of the peaks, and it will look nice. And we can kind of try to do it all, whoops, I hate when they go the wrong way like that, because then it takes forever to break them and put them back down when you're in survival, which is why I'm doing this in creative. I mean, I could easily do this in survival because it's really not that resource intensive. It doesn't take a lot of stuff to make, but the time it would take to make in survival is a lot longer than I can show you in this video. So again, if you guys are liking this video, make sure to click the like button and put a comment below. I mean, you could say anything really, but if you put stuff like, you know, Minecraft tutorials, or if there's something you want to see me do, slash weather clear, if there's something you want to see me do, definitely put it in the comments below, and I'll try to create a video on it, because I get a lot of my ideas from you guys. I read the comments, and I'll be like, oh, that's a really cool idea. So that definitely gives me inspiration when I see you guys leaving stuff in the comments. So we are almost done with this here. Whoops. And as you can see, this is probably one of the most standard designs you can do when it comes to making a house in Minecraft. It's very basic, but it kind of has a nice effect. So we'll come down here, and you'll see that our house kind of looks cool. I do want to change this. I think I'm going to make it hang over one more block. So I'm just going to go here, and I'm just going to fly for a second. And if you kind of look, there we go. Actually, never mind, that looks terrible. Let's put them like this, just for a little bit of overhang. Come on, get in there. It's not that hard. I'm just making this more difficult than it needs to be. And we'll go over here and do the same thing. So we'll put block here, and then here. Now you can see why I'm doing this in creative, because it allows me just to fly back up here, whereas normally you'd have to build. So cool, we've got that, and we've got our little house coming along. Now, one thing that I like to do is make a little awning, and it's actually really easy to do this. What I'll do is I'll put basically half slabs across the front like this, and you could do it either 2 out or 3 out. This one will just be 2 out, but then I'll take some fence posts and I'll put them off like that, and it kind of makes it look like you've got an awning here that's being held up by these fence posts. And one other thing that I haven't done yet is I can grab, now that we're done with the fence posts, we can put some bushes here underneath each of these, so it kind of looks like little bushes. You can also go ahead and add some other details in here if you wanted, like some flowers. For example, if you wanted the roses, you could put roses here and stuff like that. And if you really want, now that they've got Minecraft 1.9 out, you can kind of make a cool little path. You can just take a shovel, whoops, and you can right-click the grass, and you can have this cool little path coming out of your house, which I think is cool. And then from there, basically we're going to go back inside now that the upstairs is finished. We are going to do the same thing that we did downstairs. So we're going to put some torches in here, just to make sure that no monsters or anything spawn in here. And I think that should be good. I think those 4 torches should be enough. And so yeah, we've got our basic house. Now, what you can do is you can add different things in here. For example, if you wanted a couch, you could put that there, and then just grab some signs, and you just put the sign here and the sign here. So now you've got a little couch thingy, which is pretty cool. I've seen a lot of people do stuff like this where they put a couple chairs, and then they take a fence, whoops, not a dents, a fence post and a pressure plate, and they'll put it in the middle. So it kind of looks like 2 chairs and a table. So you've got that there. You can also get carpet. Oops, not carpet. It's carpet. I'm going to grab orange because I like orange. And you could have like a little rug in your house, like a little entrance rug. And, you know, you can make it as wide as you want or as skinny as you want. I just like the orange, so I'm going to put that there. Kind of looks cool. All right. Ties the room together a little bit. And let's just put it to here. There we go. Cool. And yeah, there's lots of different ideas for furniture that you can do. People will grab cauldrons and they'll throw it here, and then they'll grab like some dark wood, and they will put pressure plates on top to make it look like countertops. And then people will also put trapdoors on the front of this, like that. So now it looks like cabinets. You can do the same thing above it if you wanted upper cabinets. And if you grab some water, you can actually put it in the cauldron like that to have a sink. And if you grab a lever, then you can put the lever here to make it look like it's a faucet pouring water into there. Pretty cool. If we go upstairs, we can now grab our bed. And a lot of times what I'll see people do is they will put multiple beds together. Because normally if you put one bed, it's like, okay, that's cool. But if you put multiple beds side by side and then kind of flip it, you can have this giant looking fluffy bed. Like I personally would love to jump on this bed because that is pretty awesome looking. Another thing that you can do if you want a cool looking bed, and it's a little bit different. I don't know how much of a fan I am with it, but people will actually either make it out of wool, so they'll grab red wool and white wool, and they'll come over here and do the same shape, but then they'll use wool like this. So now it looks like a giant bed. Instead of being like multiple beds stuck together, now you've got like a really big bed. It's kind of cool. It works better when you take, if you grab some slabs and actually raise the floor up a little bit all the way around it, like this. Let me just stick all these in here. Oops. It basically what it does is it makes it look like instead of a whole block of wool sticking out, you can kind of cover around the edges of it, and you can just walk into bed now. So now it doesn't look like it's as bulky, it's just more of like a flat sort of bed. It does take away from some of the height of the room, but since this has the cathedral ceiling in here, it doesn't matter as much. So you could still walk up the stairs, come to your bed, now you got this big fluffy bed, which is pretty cool. And usually what else I'll do is I'll grab a crafting bench, because you need a crafting bench. Let's put that there. Kind of looks cool down there. And then also a chest, because who doesn't have like some kind of dresser or something in their room, so we'll put that there. And it kind of sinks it into the ground a little bit. Gives it kind of a cool effect. Some people really love it. Some people really hate it. Let me know in the comments if you guys like this sort of thing or not. I think it can look cool, but it's all opinion. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else you guys want to see. I mean, you could put furnaces and stuff places. I guess I could put one of those downstairs. If you want to put a jukebox in here, you could do that as well. And there's so many different types of glass as well. So we'll put the furnaces here. Maybe make it look like it's an actual stove as well. You can put countertops on those. By shift right-clicking, you can shift right-click to put stuff. Because normally if you right-click on a furnace, like if you just right-click on it, it's going to bring it up every time. If you hold shift and right-click, you can put stuff on there. Same thing with torches. A lot of people don't know this. You can put torches on top of stuff like that, which turns out pretty cool. Because people are like, how do you do that? Especially when you do it on like a crafting bench. It's like, now you've got a little torch on top of your nightstand. I don't know, can you do it on chests? No, you can't, because they open up. But yeah, so that's how to build a really simple house in Minecraft. You know, like I said, if you tier them a little bit like that, it kind of adds a cool effect. Instead of just being a cylinder or a rectangle going up, you've got this cool little tapered effect. And there's lots of other things you could do too. You could come over on the sides and you could add a little bit of stuff like this. Whoops. Let's go like this. I mean, you could, I don't know how this is going to even look, but you know, stuff like that if you want it to come out from the sides a little bit. Just lots of different things. And this is where you guys can use all of your creativity. I don't have a ton of creativity when it comes to stuff like this, so a lot of the stuff I do is very basic, but I think it kind of adds a little bit of a nice touch to it. So there's our house. I should probably grab a screenshot of this because this actually looks pretty cool. And then, there's, like I said, there's so many blocks in here. There's so much stuff you can do. Instead of wood, you could use any of the blocks in here. And instead of regular glass, you could do stained glass, because there's so many different colors of that. You could do clays and, oh man, just so much stuff. I don't really know what else to put on here, so I'm just going to go to sleep because it is getting dark out. But I kind of like this house. If you like this house, let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you. Guys, you know what to do. Make sure to click that like button if you like this video. And I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. You're on the sun. Hit the like button. What are you waiting for? Now all I have to finish doing is placing down the alternating lava and sponge. So just like this, we put the